Once upon a time, there lived a young hyena couple. For some time now, the wife had not been very happy with her marriage. Her man, however, thought she was the most wonderful woman. But even so, he was unhappy too, for her dismissive behavior was making him feel miserable. He went to the village elder asking for advice. "I want my wife to be loving," he said, "and I want to be loving too, for we are both miserable." "I think I can help you," the elder said slowly. "I can prepare a secret potion that will change your wife back into a loving woman. But I am missing an important ingredient. I need a single whisker taken from a living lion to make the potion work." The young hyena's eyes widened with fear, but then he straightened his shoulders and said, "All right, then I shall get it for you." The next morning the hyena went to the river and hid behind a tree. After many hours, the lion finally came to have a drink. The lion raised his mighty head. He could smell the hyena was there. But eventually, the lion moved slowly back into the forest and disappeared. The next day, the hyena returned to the river, and the day after, and the day after that, until the days became weeks. And each time, the hyena moved closer and closer to the lion. One day he silently sat down right next to the lion while it was having a drink. His hand shaking, he reached out slowly and pulled a whisker from the lion's chin, running away as fast as he could. The elder was in awe when he heard the young man's story and said, "You don't need magic to change your wife back into the loving woman she once was. You are brave enough to pull a whisker from the chin of a lion. Can you not use that same patience, courage, and wit with your own wife?" The young hyena went home and followed the elder's advice. Slowly, his wife began to look glad to see him again once he returned from the hunt with the other women of the village. And within 1 year, their life was again a happy one.
Finally, the great acacia tree Jabari told me about. So, this is supposed to be the place where Mbali was kidnapped. Indeed, lots of footprints here, from both lions and hyenas. Here, goes over here. Let's see. Smells like a lioness. Yes, and it definitely also smells like hyena. But wait, this doesn't make any sense. Why does the tree trunk smell of both lion and hyena? And the different layers of paw prints, they look very similar to each other, if not identical. And no sign of a fight or anything. Hey, what's this? Crumbled piece of paper? Who left that here? I would say something is rotten in the state of Denmark. Well, let's have a closer look. On this side it's all line... okay. On this side it's all line tracks coming from the lion village. Well, no surprise. And on this side over here, it's all hyena paw prints. Always the same person walking the same path again and again. This doesn't look like the scene of a crime at all. This looks more like a secret meeting place between a lioness and a hyena. Some paw prints are fresh and some here have faded. Okay, so they must have met here more than once. Possibly every day. But if Mbali wasn't attacked, where did she go?
Ah, there you are. I've been looking for you. I want to talk to you.
Ah, King Sundiata.
What are you doing here? Explain.
Well, with all my friends gone for the rest of the day, I thought I could make myself useful as well. I thought maybe I could help to find out more about what happened to your daughter.
You thought? Maybe you should think again. You are sticking your nose into private matters that are none of your concern. And besides, I know pretty well what happened to my daughter.
Please, King Sundiata, hear me out. I've got good news for you.
And what might that be?
Here. Do you see this here? There are two parallel trails of paw prints going away in an entirely different direction than all the others. A hyena and a lioness, side by side. And there's no sign of a fight or anything. And look at the different layers of tracks. They've been meeting here for a long time. Your daughter most likely wasn't killed, nor was she kidnapped. It looks like she went off on her own free will. There is absolutely no need to start a war after all. Isn't that great news? You just need to follow the tracks and...
Thank you for your help, Lionel. But I think it's time for you to leave now.
What? But I've barely begun investigating. If you give me one or two of your men, I could easily...
I said it's time for you to go. And if I ever see your sissy face again, I will tear you to shreds.
Wait a minute. What game is being played here?
You heard what I said. If I were you, I would start running as fast as I could and never return.
You knew it from the beginning, didn't you?
Are you challenging me?
Your daughter has been dating a hyena every night, and you knew it. And when they finally ran off together, you used her as a justification to start a war against the hyenas. I am speechless.
Are you challenging me?
You are not worthy of being a king. You're disgusting.
If you have any last wishes, say them now.
So, I am going to be the first victim of your new war? A member of your own flesh and blood?
You know, I could end your life painlessly, right here and now. But you're right. Killing someone of my own flesh and blood would be bad in times where lions need to stand united.
And what are you going to do instead?
Well, just wait. And listen. Do you hear that?
No. Sundiata, please, no. No. Sundiata! Sundiata!
Oh, look. Another lion. No, it's the same lion. Are you sure? Oh, yes. You're right. This time we won't let him get away. No, this time he's going to pay for it. Yes, because the night belongs to us. To us.
Sundiata, my king, may I come in?
Yes. What is it, Severi?
The stranger we saved from the hyenas last night. He's gone without a trace. The sentries report that he left through the south gate around noon. It hasn't returned yet.
Well, good news. One weakling less clinging to our coattails.
Are you serious? Sometimes your cynicism is outright scary.
See, Severi, and that's precisely why I am the king and you are not. Your heart is weak, and you worry too much about people who don't matter.
I wish I knew why you're so hard on Lionel. At no point has he ever been any kind of threat to you.
Certainly not to me. but if someone stupid enough to get caught by the same hyenas twice in a row isn't a threat to society, then I don't know.
Twice? Do you know something I don't know, Sundiata?
It's the only possibility. A single lion doesn't stand a chance out there at night. I'll bet one of my lionesses that someone's going to find his gnawed off limbs somewhere out there tomorrow.
Would you give me permission to go and check?
Of course not. I need you here, Suberi. We are at war now.
War. That's all you care about nowadays, isn't it? Don't let your power get to your head, Sundiata.
You should know better than challenging me, Suberi.
If you go on like this, life will have enough challenges in store for you by itself. I'm taking my vow of obedience very seriously, but if you don't want to hear my opinion, maybe it's time to relieve me from my duties as your personal advisor. But that decision is up to you. Good night, my king.
Hurry up! We must finish the rites for today.
We're doing our very best, sir.
Hurry, but ahead! Keep going! Do you think you're doing there? Look at the plans! You're doing it all wrong!
I'm so sorry. I'm going to fix it right away. I promise.
The road to hell is paved with good intentions. Don't screw it up another time, okay? Hey, girls, don't fall asleep. I don't want any nasty surprises this time.
Sir, yes, sir. So far we haven't seen any enemies approaching, sir.
Very good, very good. Hey, you! What's the progress on the pressurized tunnel outlets?
We're just testing a new technology that will allow us to be twice as fast as usual. Gentlemen, start the compressor.
Red alert! Red alert! Enemies approaching! Red alert! Everyone into the tunnels! Red alert!
Hello? Where is everyone? Oh man, I'm so thirsty that I'm beginning to hallucinate. I could swear I've seen hundreds of little people running around just a few seconds ago. Hello? Hello? Is anybody home? I just need some water. I won't hurt anyone, I promise. Hello? Huh? Hello? Is anybody in there?
Please don't eat me.
What? No, I'm not going to eat you. Don't
You're
worry.
not? Really? Are you sure? Who are you?
My name is Laurie.
My name is Paki, if you're not here to eat me. What are you doing here? I haven't seen a critter like you before. You smell dangerous.
If you have been through what I've been through, you'd smell just as dangerous. But anyway, I'm in desperate need of some water, and I was hoping maybe you could help me find some.
Water? Of course we have water. Deep down in our tunnels.
Oh, really? That's great. Could you please go and get me some?
I'm sorry, but that is not possible.
Please, is that how you thank me for not eating you?